Hey guys, SmartNinja000 here. Today we're in the most recent snapshot 18W07A, and this is the first aquatic update snapshot. Now we're going to get right into it, and we're going to start with the most boring features and work our way up to the most exciting, that way my watch time gets up. So first off, we have new slabs, steps. These are the only ones I found. They reorganized this. If you're wondering what this step is, it's actually slightly different from this. And I can prove that they're exactly the same, except for the tool you use to mine it with. So obviously, you might think, why is that so slow? This is the wooden slab, and this is water hacked. I don't know what that means, but this is the petrified. So petrified are old, deep, broken slabs that you have to use pickaxes for. And this one's the regular, so they are slightly different. The only name difference, really, but that's the difference. Now, what I'm noticing is I don't actually think they're going to change the monument. So these you'll have to actually craft, which is kind of cool. So there are some blocks you can't get. Those are the only ones I'm really noticing that are new for the slabs and stuff. Yeah. So. And then we also have these. These are new stripped logs, and you get them. Here, I'll show you. This is what they look like before they're stripped. And to strip them, all you do is you take your axe and you right-click, and it will strip them. Now, I think it looks pretty decent. The only thing I'm disliking about them is that, like, I don't know, but I mean, like, some of them just feel a little bit too far off. Best example is the acacia. I don't really think this, like the inside, I mean, that's what it's going for. It's going for an inside look. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but I mean, it just feels a little bit weird, some of these. Acacia looks really weird. It's way too bright, I think. Although the acacia inside, I think, is too bright as well. And jungle, I just grabbed oak by accident. The jungles, I mean, it makes sense since jungle wood is sort of got a sideways look to it. If you don't know what I mean, it looks like that. That looks like it's a log, but there's a little bit too much detail in between every one. So what they're hoping you do is something like this, which I get it, but it doesn't look that great even when it's like this. So I don't know. Jungle's just slightly too weird, I think. That's my opinions on the new stripped logs. Now we have this new thing called dried kelp, and there's also dried kelp block, which if you look at it, it just sort of looks like they packed a bunch of these together. And now to craft it, let me just give myself the recipe. Give. You can see, I don't actually think there is a recipe yet. I have all the recipes, but I'm not getting one for dried kelp. I'm assuming it's going to be something like this, or something like this, but we haven't gotten a recipe. We don't have a recipe for it yet, so I can even search up kelp. So that's that. You can actually eat it, which is why it's in the food section. It gives you half hunger bar, but there's nothing special about it. Now, of course, we have to go into the most exciting feature of this snapshot. That is, of course, the phantoms. If you don't know what the phantoms are, they are mob B. Now, they look a little bit weird if you place them down right on the ground, so I'm just going to place it up, and then it gets aligned correctly. They're really small, you might think, but that's just because there's no really good way. So data, merge. I'm just going to make one of them large. Merge at oh my gosh. Phantom. I'm at 1, and we want to make it size. Game crash. Never mind, the game didn't actually crash. The phantom just disappeared. So we're going to make it size. We're going to go with a good value, not something crazy. I'm going to go a size of 2. And you'll see it's obviously bigger. Size of 3. size of 6, it gets, even a size of like 25, it gets insane. Now I'm assuming the size increases with every day you haven't slept. Now I have no way of knowing how this is going to work. One thing I am noticing though is the particle size is the exact same, which is a little bit weird. Now if I actually go into survival, now this is probably going to one-shot me since it's so large. Why don't we just try and get it to fly? They're very glitchy. Yeah, so you can see it does blend in pretty good. Now this is huge, so it's it's pretty scary. But the thing I'm not liking about it is, first off, that does look really sick, doesn't it? If we can get it just to go above the moon, then we got a really nice swoop attack. Now it's super big. Whoa, that was. I'm gonna make a smaller one real quick. Got a husk coming after us, so I'm just gonna kill that real quick. Oh, and despawned. And you know what? Difficulty peaceful. Difficulty / game roll. Do mob spawning. False. Hard. Okay. Alright, we'll get into that in a minute. But, so you can see, the Phantom is pretty interesting, a new mob. Its egg looks a lot like the Witch. It's what's something I don't like about it. If you compare the two, it's just this one's slightly darker and, like, not as green. Now, I think it does 3 hearts if it's normal size. We can actually get this. Here, come on, man. Is it gonna... Its spawning mechanics are weird if you... Oh, there we go. It just launched off. Now that... It looks cooler, I think smaller. It's more menacing smaller. It's got... Oh, it's coming for us. We're just going to see how much damage it does, so we'll let it hit us. 4. Oh, that's pretty good. Now, this is hard, so I'm assuming 3 on normal. But the thing about it I don't like is it's just annoying. Like, look how quickly it comes back. Like, it's like a creeper because you're just, like, doing your stuff, and then it just swoops down and hits you, and you can't, like, hit it back right away because it already blew up. And I don't really like that. I mean, you can try and dodge it. Actually, I don't even know where it is. And it's just loud and obnoxious. Now, it does blend in good, and the particles add a nice effect. And it does, which I do like. But the problem is, it's just sort of obnoxious. Like okay, let's run. Let's go. It's faster than you, so you can't outrun it. But it's annoying. And the name isn't even that creative. I thought they would have gone with something a little bit cooler than Phantom. I mean... It just feels a little bit generic. Like, in comparison to Shulker, they're not calling it levitating box, because that's exactly what it does. I mean, they're not calling it swooping thing, which I guess you could just say, oh, well, they're not calling it swooping thing, but, I don't know, I don't like it that much. It needs a bit of change, and it drops leather, which obviously needs a rewrite. But, I don't know. The problem with the Phantom is its attack is the same as always. I mean, you might say, well, all the zombies attacks are the same as always. Yeah, but the Phantom, I feel like it's too... I don't know, it just feels too plain. It doesn't do anything cool. So, that's my thoughts on the Phantom. Now we have to get into the new swimming mechanic. As you know, if you jump in water, this is what you do. But they've added a new swimming mechanic. If you hold sprint, you can do this, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So the reason I don't like it is, I mean, we thought we might get something with this because of the Elytra. If you don't know, when you jumped into a pool, you have this sort of animation, which I think looks better. I mean, you can actually sprint with your Elytra wings open, which is super hilarious. That I think they should probably do a little rewrite for that. But you can just see, I don't know, I don't like it that much. It looks glitchy with Elytra, first off, but I do like sprinting underwater, but the animation's a little bit weird. My head is in a weird position. But what's nice about this is you can go through one block gaps. That I do like. Um, it's got a lot of mapping potential, but the problem with it is it's just a little bit weird at the moment. Now we're going to go into survival for this. We now have these things called bubble columns, which you probably saw. You could see it right there. They're not super obvious. I mean, they are pretty obvious since there's bubbles, and deeper the water, probably the better it will look. But if I just try and swim in it, it's not doing it. Yeah, it pulls you down. Now I'm sprinting, swimming. So if I just walk, you can see it. And I like these. They're like creative. I like it. It's cool. Now what's really cool is the boats. So if I just give myself a spruce boat, I like spruce. I can type. Why did I add that? What's really cool about them is they're a little bit hard to detect. Again, this is going to be in the ocean, but I mean, if you're just like, whoop, 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 let's go. Pulls you down. And you can try and get away, but yeah, it'll kick you out. And I like that. I think that's cool. That's got a cool aspect of it. I mean, they're not the best, they're not the worst. So, now, of course, we have to get into tridents. Tridents are the greatest thing ever. People have been, except for the texture, they haven't gone, they just did the model for them. They haven't done actually anything else. It is actually a model, which is a little bit different. In comparison to a sword, you can tell it's a model because it looks more model-y than like a sword. See how it's got more of a 3D look? I don't know. I think it is a model. A model's sort of a 3D thing. It doesn't feel like it's just a 2D texture, although it definitely looks like it's a 2D texture. I don't know. It's really glitchy. Anyways, what's nice about tridents is I'm going to go into creative just so I can do this. You can throw them. Now, they do go away. You can pick them back up. You can attack with them. Now, what's amazing about tridents is this is what everyone wanted, except they called it a spear. So what's cool is, first off, the animation. Love that, except for the fact that my hand just flicks up instantly. It looks nice. You can still break ground with it. And you just shoo. Now, it definitely has a lot of rewrites to be done. You can see how it just glitches. Now, this is amazing for several reasons. One, you can actually, first off, it's another projectile. But if we do data get, oh no, are there any other tridents? Entity, eddy, type equal, I can't write, type equal trident. I need a limit. You can see what block it's in. So in block state, name, answer. Now this is amazing because then like there's just a lot of potential with this. You can't do that with arrows, I don't believe. You can detect if it's in a block, just don't know which block it's in. And I like that, it's cool. It goes in all directions. Now in survival, you're most likely never going to throw it. You can throw it, but then this is what happens. Run, 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 run. That's my running animation. So that guy over there. See if you miss, you're dead. Is this turtle going for the trident? He's going for the trident. So they are very slow. They're, I believe, slower than axes. I'm not sure though. We can check real quick. So diamond axe, 1 attack speed. No, they're faster than axes. So this is actually a better weapon than the diamond axe. It does as much damage, but it's slightly faster. I think, right? 1.6. Yeah. So it is. This is the trident speed. This is the axe speed. This is the sword speed. So it's nice. I think it should be like 8.5 attack damage and then 1.2. I think that could add a little bit more variety because now it's like, oh, which am I going to use, my trident or my axe? Obviously my trident. Now there are some very nice things about the trident. There's enchantments for it, and if you want to know what the maximum enchantment length here, this sheet they added enchant back, so just do enchant. I believe one of the effects is loyalty, which brings it back. You just write 100 and it will say the maximum level, so you know the maximum level. If we go into survival, I was messing around with this. This the one? Yeah, this is the one. it's got like a weird string. It looks a bit like a lead, but there's definitely some funny things you can do with it. You can just run away from it. Um, eventually we'll come back to you, but I think that's pretty funny. Like, run away. Don't let the trident get me. Which I think is cool. Now this is probably the greatest, but there's a lot of funny things you can do with this. You can actually throw it straight up, and it doesn't activate until it goes in the ground. So you can, like, you have to wait for it to go in the ground, and I don't like the string. It looks like it's a string. That needs a redo, I think. It feels weird. It doesn't feel that great. Oh, there we go. We got it. So this is a cool thing you can do with tridents. Just try and, like, that's challenge. How long can you make it not go back in your inventory with loyalty? Now we also have impaling, I believe. So if we do enchant at a impaling, and I believe this goes up to 5, yeah. Now I believe that I think this just does more damage. So that's what I think it does. It says very useful against mobs of the sea. So I think it just does more damage if you're in water or something. Riptide is amazing. So if we do enchant at a Riptide 50, it's 3. Riptide's cool because, no, I have to actually be in the water for this to work. You notice that? I've never seen that happen. That's amazing. Wait, did that work? Does that work in survival? Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm in the water, and I'm like this, and oh my god! Amazing! That's not intended, of course. But, alright, so what's Riptide supposed to do is it's supposed to launch you forward. But I think what ended up happening is we took like, I don't know. If we look up and we're in the water, it launches us insane forward. Is it going to come back? Yeah, there we go. Loyalty's OP. But, so, it's supposed to, I think it brings you forward a bit. I think if you just do something like this and then, yeah, that's how you do it. Oh, fall damage. But that is pretty funny. Wait, will it come back to our dead body? So we respawned. Will it come back? No, I don't think so. That was a good test, actually. So there are some preventions from you just cheesing. But yeah, I'm not seeing where'd it go. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Yeah, Riptide. Wait, did it lose its enchantment? Loyalty 3 is the highest, right? Yeah, that was weird. But anyway, I'm assuming this is a bug. You're probably not supposed to be able to launch yourself. Look at that. That's cool. Just think of how great this is going to be for Elytra. I mean, here. Like, alright. If this is an intended thing, which I doubt it is, just look at this. It didn't do it. Yeah, it still got Riptide. That was weird. It's not doing it anymore. Huh, that was so weird. It actually launched us into the air. Alright, now that's sick. Come at me. Now it only works in rain for it to launch you forward. But there's definitely a lot of ways to make this amazing. Ooh, look at that, we crashed. I have no idea what just had happened, but we ended up crashing probably. Well, it didn't actually crash, which is even more interesting. Not just, yeah, okay. And there's also channeling, so that is that. And the UI, or the GUI icon, that's going to be updated. Now, what is channeling, do you're asking? That's easy. I can't actually do this in this world because we don't have storms, because desert. But it only has one level, level 1. But it summons a lightning bolt on impact with a mob during storms. And it requires the mob to be directly under an open sky in a biome where it can rain. Now we have a lot more to go over. This is going to be probably one of my longest snapshot videos. So why don't we just get some items? That was not what's meant to happen. I keep doing that. Why does it keep... Oh my god. Here, why don't we just show it off? Ta-da! They float. Should float. It got caught. That's also what happens if you start shifting while swimming. Look at me diving. Okay. They got caught in the water thing. But yeah, they do float now, which is pretty sick. So why don't we go into creative now, so I can show off the cool things. Squids. Squids shoot ink. And no, they do not do what you think. They just do a bunch of particles, like a ton of particles. I don't like this. I think it needs a redo. The particles need to be bigger. Not good enough. Not good enough for me. Now we have to get into the most exciting thing. Turtles. And I hit my mic, sorry. Turtles are extremely cool. They swim incredibly fast in water. Not surprising. They go to water. Come on, my man. You can get baby turtles. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Which are extremely tiny. Why are they so tiny, you ask? That is because turtles in real life are super tiny. I think they're really cool. Zombies and such actually attack them. I can't write, can I? This is like a bad day for me. Go get that. I don't know why they do, but they do. And yeah, they do go for the babies. Babies, I believe, can get bigger over time. Not sure though. And if the babies don't go in water, here I just summoned a bunch over here, they will actually die and end up dropping the turtle shards or whatever. Let's try just drop seagrass. I just want some turtle shard. Can I have some? This is more seagrass. Can you? Don't they drop? I feel like they should. Huh. Well, they can drop something called turtle shell piece, which can then be used, that's not a crafting table, to craft the worst thing they've ever added to the game. Turtle shell. Just kidding. I actually love this. Turtle shell is great because, first off, you have a new thing to put on your head. That makes 7 pumpkin. And it looks kind of funny. It looks like an army man. But this is nice because now we have a custom set being created. What I mean by that is we have the Elytra and we have the turtle shell. So these aren't actually part of a real set, but they feel like a set, just because they have some unique ability. Problem with turtle shells helmets is I don't like them. The texture is good, but the effect is not good. So here's my suggestion. So here we are, and you'll notice I can run extremely quickly, but as soon as we hit water, and then we can run quickly, hit water, and there we go. So this is just speed 10 in case you're wondering. But okay, so here's my suggestion. The turtle shell helmet, get it, Mario Maker? Okay. It should give you underwater speed. So speed when you're in water. And I think that'd be cool, so just because that adds a lot. Like underwater speed. I think that could be cool. Maybe allow it to have depth strider on it as well as your boots. Oh no, the baby's on it and he's drowning. What a shame. Oh yeah, I think this isn't a full grown, is it? Nah, it's full grown. So I think it should give you that, and which is actually great because I can't spell. I didn't want to show this off. Arrow of Turtle Master, Potion of Turtle Master, Potion of Turtle Master. So you have your defaults and turtle. So these are your potions. I'm just going to take these 3 out. You can see we have 4, 4, and that's 6. Yes, that's 6. Now, what are these potions? Slowness and resistance. There's this short. Actually, I don't know why it's a. Oh, this is. What? That's glitchy. Here's some things we need to fix with it. This is the 6. We need numbers. We need numbers that go all the way up to X now. Because if we're going to give a potion that is 6, yeah, we need numbers. So that's my thought. Other thing, if we're going to do turtle potion, do the speed effect for underwater. Maybe make you slower on water, but seriously, it doesn't feel vanilla. It doesn't. It's not that great. But what I do like is these arrows, these tipped arrows, because look, okay, if I'm like my bowmaster that I am, all right, I mean they're frozen. Here. That wasn't straight up. Look at that. I can't move. I mean, yeah, I can do the jump strats, but it just like freezes me, which means you can't escape. Which I think is hilarious. But so this is like the only good tipped arrow I like. Otherwise, but seriously, I don't know. It doesn't feel good. I don't know. Yeah. Now, when we first learned we were getting this sort of stuff, I was pretty psyched about it, but messing around with it, some of it doesn't fit. Unless they're making some big changes to the game, I don't think this is going to work. Water, great. Animation, terrible. We don't have any other animations, except for Electra, and even that, it's just that we're lying. We're not moving our hands, we're not moving our feet. It feels weird. Like this is Electra. You are lying down. Your body is just rotated. That's what Electra is. You're really just walking, but we're flipping you. Trident, like this, you can really see the change. You can see a big change of what's coming. And I think some of it's good. Trident, I like having these new animations, but some of it just feels out of place. I think it's just a little bit too much too fast. So maybe if we got rid of this animation, like, first off, our head's a little bit glitchy. It's like, but, like, there's too much you can do with it. I don't know. Like, so far we have 3 animations. We have Electra, which is just lying down. We have, of course, walking, which is our normal, and we have beds, which is our, well, bed animation. I actually can't go into spectate this. But you guys know what it looks like. Basically, you're Electra, and now we're getting more of these, and I don't know. This one's good. I think it's funny if you shift with it, because you're like, hello. It doesn't fit in your hand, but if you shift with it, it's funny. You're just raising your hand, you could retexture that. Hello, like you're waving. Hi. Like this. Hello. Yeah. There's lots to do with it. It's funny. Glitchy. underwater animation definitely uses some reworks. Tell me this doesn't look weird, guys. I mean, it's cool looking, but really. So Kelp, I like that. I like that. Phantom needs rework, needs more AI. But of course, it was just added, so I definitely expect some changes to it. It needs a custom drop at least. At least something cool about it. Because right now it's just sort of bland. Where is it? There it is. The particles for bigger, although of course that just added. I don't actually think it gets bigger in survival unless you modify it. So, oh my gosh, data get nada merge entity ID type equal phantom mid equal 1. But I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. But again, it's too familiar. Like, whoa. Now that was cool. I don't know if it just despawned or not. It did. But it's a little bit too basic. Look at that. What a nice man. That's going to be a thumbnail right there. Wrong version. Alright, this is getting on for way too long, so I'm just going to end this pretty much here. But you can see, like, look, there's some changes need to be made. Well, can we just get it to go above? That looks sick. No, it doesn't actually. Too big. Look at that, it's swooping at us. It's swooping at us. Hitbox. Yeah. Hitbox really kind of removes the effect of it. It's nice. You can see exactly where it is. Hitbox isn't perfect. So, but hey, I mean, it works, but it needs more attacks. It needs to do with swoop down, go back up, go down or something. And also, I would love it if you could, like, ride it and control it, I guess. I mean, we can always do something like this. Which kind of glitched. I think it's actually going towards 0, 0. No, it's not going. Let's see if we can hop on it. Oh, we got on it. What is it doing? This is what it's like to be a phantom. It's going towards 0, 0. Yeah. Which that's funny. And before I end this, we have one last thing to show off, which are the eggs. Yep, you can get up to 4. Yep. And you can hatch them. So, that's how you get the babies. Why don't we just get Giant Phantom real quick, just for the fun of it. This is the command in case you're wondering. Now, they do have some sort of weird AI, but yeah, I think this is a good outro, if I can just look in the right direction. Yep. There we go, on our Phantom journey. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye, Mr. Pig. So, yeah, that's Phantoms. Not much else to say there. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to subscribe for more Snapshot videos, because I tried to do them for every Snapshot that comes out. I tried to be first, but I was late because Dinnerbone, what a prankster he was, released this like 6 hours. I don't know. He's a prankster. That Dinnerbone. But hey, whatever, you know. So anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you in another episode of Minecraft Snapshot. I don't know. Yeah, okay.